All right, Shalom, Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teach this word in all true faith and sincerity. And yeah, pretty much, just want to tie this lesson. You can't top this deliverance. You can't make this up. Something to that effect, man. Because what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to do, you know, this is something, this miraculous deliverance the Lord is about to do, about to deliver the elect, man. Hey, man, you can't make nothing up that's gonna top this, man. You can't make this up. This is something that's miraculous and marvelous. Yeah, I mean that pretty much this is gonna be talked about for eternity, man. Matter of fact, let's see. What's that, Jeremiah? Yeah, that's Jeremiah chapter 14. No, 16. This is Jeremiah 16. I'm going to start at 14. It said, therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. And yeah, and to this day, Egypt is still being talked about. How the children of Israel was delivered from the Egyptians, man. How we escaped, pretty much the crashing of those waters, man. Yeah, I mean that was a miraculous deliverance. That was pretty much was heard around the world. That's how the Lord got his fame, man. Yeah, I mean that's how the matter of fact. Before I continue on, let's get this in Joshua 9:9. This is Joshua chapter 9 and verse 9. It says, and they said unto him from a very far country, thy servants are come because of the name of the Lord thy power. For we have heard the fame of him and all that he did in Egypt. And what was the Lord famous for? That the discretion of the Egyptians, man. that's how the Lord glorified his name, man. And to this day, Egypt is still being talked about. But at the same time, if people take it light, they might say, well, it's fiction. And well, guess what? It's going to be a day that where this this marvelous deliverance is going to be talked about, man. And it's going to be reverenced. It's going to be acknowledged, man. Yeah, I mean, you know. So this back in Jeremiah 16 and started 14 again. It said, therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said. See? So the Lord said, Egypt went none, man. He's going to top Egypt. It said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land which I gave unto their fathers. See, and how the Lord is going to do that? The Lord is going to do a marvelous work. He's literally is going to pluck us up, from these different lands, man. By the way of the chariots, man. Because dealing with Esau Edom make the people think that this is science fiction, the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Most High. Yeah, I mean, they put it as sci-fi, so like I'm getting a little tongue-tied, getting a little excited. These devils might say that they are aliens, not knowing they are the angels of the Most High, man. See, the chariots are gonna cover the skies, man. Matter of fact, because that's the climax of life, man. This is finna be a marvelous deliverance, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is about to pretty much once again show his power upon the planet Earth, man. Yeah, I mean, this is Jude 1:14. It says, and Enoch also the seventh from Adam prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints. See, and and that's talking about the Lord coming with a fleet of chariots, man. Matter of fact, how the preachers get to flying, man. because it's all about the build up to the discretion, and it's a build up to the deliverance too, man. You know, because it's not like we want to be delivered, man. We want to be delivered, man. If we want to see America be destroyed, we want to be delivered, man. You know what I mean? And seeing the chariots in the sky, that's loving his appearance. Yeah, I mean, just like you'll watch like these different boy bands, and they first come out on the stage, and the girls just go crazy. Well, that's how we gonna be when we see Howard Shot, man. Lord, when we, I be part of that righteous number, man. You know what I mean? So this is Isaiah 31 in 5. It says, as birds flying. Matter of fact, because you know what this talking about, see, and this how the spirit work, man. Because we in spiritual Egypt, man. See, it's Isaiah 31. This not talking about ancient Egypt, man. That was done. That was done and gone. It's not like they're a superpower now. The superpower now, which is America, man. Which another name for it in the scriptures is Egypt. Why? Because this once again the Lord is going to show His power. His name going to be glorified through the discretion of this place, man, and the deliverance of the children of Israel. You know what I mean? So this is Isaiah 31. And I just started one. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. See? So guess what? It woe to them pretty much that trust in America. Woe to them that trust in America, man. It says, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. See? It says, now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, and their horses flesh and not spirit. See? So they pretty much their power is carnal. But nothing corner can defeat the spirit, man. The Lord and His power is you can't compare. The Lord's power is inestimable, man. It's infinite, man. But you got the people that trust, and the Egyptian trusting His American, way. Trusting their military might. Because the horse's flesh meaning that power is cornered, that military might, but the Lord, when He returns, it tells you in 2 Ezra 13 chapter, there's going to be nothing but dust and smell of smoke, man. It says, when the Lord shall stretch out His hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall, and they all shall fail together. For thus saith the Lord spoken unto me, for thus have the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he would not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. See, and that's how Yahweh Shemel Shai is doing, because Esau Edom, talking about the different space forces, they come out with these different weaponry and all of that, and just like he said, when the shepherd is trying to scare off a lion, guess what? The lion, when he's hungry, he's not gonna that's what I tell you in the second Ezra, the 16th chapter, I believe. May one drive away a hungry lion. See, the Lord, is the predator, and this place is the prey, man. It says, continue on, it says, so shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hearer thereof. See, so the Lord is not gonna, pretty much renege or draw back because these devils and their military might, the Lord is gonna come and fight for us, man. It says, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending, also He will deliver it, and passing over, He will preserve it. See, the new Passover, man. The Lord is going to deliver us from this great discretion, and that's why this something that you can't make up. You cannot top what the Lord is about to do. You cannot top the day of the Lord, man. You know, this is gonna be a it's gonna be this is some, what is called um what is called what is that? I think it was that Nike commercial, the week of greatness, where it's gonna be all types of things. World War III is gonna go on. It's gonna be nothing but madness and chaos, and then everything pretty much is gonna freeze when the Lord step on the scene, man. You know what I mean? When the chariots pop up, and the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is it's gonna destroy this place by the way of the missiles and by the way of the fire of the chariots, man. Because this is gonna be a beautiful deliverance, man. This is gonna be a beautiful deliverance, man. Scripture says that the righteous shall be scarcely saved. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. Back in Isaiah 26, 26 and 20, it says, Isaiah 26 and 20 says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed." See? So the Lord is gonna beam us up in the chariots, so we can escape the destruction, man. and it's not like you can, like these different elites, they always 15 minutes away from a helicopter, or from an armored car, because they know these things are coming, man. But they pretty much gonna be preserved. These elites, they're gonna be preserved to be the first fruits of slavery. The Lord is gonna preserve us, because we're gonna be the kings and the priests upon the earth, man. Those first fruits of righteousness, man. You know, it says, "For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and no more shall cover her slain." See, so the Lord is about to spring into action, man. You know, and you want to see it by the way of those chariots popping up. You're gonna see people getting beamed up. You're gonna see missiles dropping, man. This is something that you know. That's why the scriptures continue to remind you the day of the Lord, the day of the Lord, the day of the Lord. Why? Because this is the climax to existence. This is something that you can't make up in or trump this day, man. you know. Matter of fact, let's see. Second is 13th chapter, and just start at the top. It said, "And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven." And yeah, and that sea is talking about the heavens, man. Because the Lord is gonna be a grand entrance. It tells you that in matter of fact, let's just get that Revelations 1. Revelations 1 and some. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so are mine." See? So the Lord's coming with the clouds, really, which are the chariots, man. Just like, because hey, this is a book full of dark sayings and parables, man. Just like how Jake says, "What's up?" Or we're not asking you what's literally up. Jake might say they got a whip. It's not talking about a bull whip. It's talking about a cart, man. So guess what? When the Lord said the clouds or a white horse, that's another word for the chariots. Matter of fact, I think that's Psalms 104. I believe because that's the vehicle of our salvation, man. That's the vehicle of our salvation, man. Let's see. This is Psalms 104 and 3. It said, "Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind." See? So the clouds are the chariots, man. And you can see, now you can really see, man, when you outside, you really pay attention to the clouds. I can't think of not one all on flat on the bottom, man. Why is that, man? You know what I mean? You know, because hey, man, because them chariots, they defy the laws of physics. You know what I mean? They defy gravity, and that's why, you know, it's in the twinkling eye we're gonna be changed because right when we get beamed up, we're gonna be changed to where our bodies will be able to withstand to be in them chariots, man. Yeah, I mean, um, let's see. This is Revelations 11 and 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, "Come up hither." And yeah, this is literally going to be said, man. You know, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. See, so we're gonna get beamed up in the chariot, man. You know, it said in the same hour there was a great earthquake. See, so this is gonna be pretty much in the same time, man. This is gonna be pretty much simultaneous. You know, the deliverance and the discretion is gonna go hand in hand, man. You know, it says, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and and gave glory to the Most High Heaven, the power of heaven. See, so yeah, we want to be. That's how close this gonna be. And I can see you getting beamed up, and you know, where it's gonna be missiles coming, man, at the same time, man. That's why I said the same hour was a great earthquake. You know, cause it ain't like you get in the chariot, then you gotta wait 2 hours, 3 hours for the missiles come. No, it's gonna be right then and there, man. Cause the wicked gonna see the reward of the righteous, and the righteous gonna see the reward of the wicked. Tell you that in Psalm 91, it said, "Only with that eye you're gonna see the reward of the wicked." Well, that's why you read Revelation the 15th chapter, man. You know, see, stand on the sea of glass, we're gonna be pretty much outside the ozone layer to watch the discretion. They're gonna see us, Lord, when I'm part of that number, and get beamed up. Which, like I said, you can't make this up, man. And there's nothing you can do to top this. No action movie or thriller or you know what I mean cannot trump the day of the Lord, man. You know what I mean? So let's go back to Second Ezra 13. You know, start at 3 said, and I beheld, and lo, that man was strong with the thousands of heaven. See, he was at read that in Jude, which that's gonna be the angels. The sky is gonna be filled with chariots, man. You know, so-called UFOs are in military terms, the UAPs, man. What it is, unidentified area phenomenons, man, which are the chariots of the Most High, which are the vehicles of our salvation, man. Which the angels are going to be operating those vehicles, man. You know, the thousands of heaven. It says, and when he turned his countenance, look, all things trembled that were saying under him. See? So that I said people gonna fall apart when they see how by Shemal Shai come in that great number, and like I read in Isaiah 31, as birds fly. So it's gonna be a certain formation, you know, which Yahweh Shai is gonna be spearheading that fleet of ships, pretty much. You know, he's gonna be spearheading. It's gonna be a certain formation. The Lord is gonna come, you know, and deliver us, man. You know, it says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth when it filled the fire, and that's talking about pretty much them laser beams, man. You know, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. See, it's gonna be in the midst of World War III when the Lord returns, and it's gonna. Have you ever seen this movie? I don't know how if you ever seen this movie called South Central. Pretty much when Bobby Johnson he walked in the club and the music scratched and everybody looked at him. Well, that's how it's gonna be when the Lord returns. It's gonna be in the midst of World War III, and everybody gonna stop, and they're gonna pretty much form an alliance to go against Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I mean? And the angels. And it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had great himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. But I have seen the region or place where the hill was graven, and I could not. So it was a huge chariot. It said, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Let's get that, man, in Jeremiah the 49th chapter. And that lets you know that we in that time where this gonna happen, because it's plenty of scripture to let you points to let you know that it's gonna be the Edomites that's gonna be ruling when the Lord returns, man. So this is Jeremiah 49 and 22. It says, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. And what is this talking about? Yahweh Shai and this huge fathership over the land of America. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain. See? And this is you jumped up to verse 7. It says concerning Edom. So verse 7 all the way to verse 22 concerns the Edomites, which this talks about the return of the Lord when he comes in his fathership. And it says spread his wings over Edom. It said flies an eagle and spread his wings over Basra. So when he said he flies an eagle, because pretty much this deliverance is going to be swift, man. This is going to be a swift deliverance, man. You know, this is because once it happens, it's going to happen, man. It's not like you're going to be. It's going to be what's that word? You seen this movie called District 9, and the chariot will just flow for 30 years, and everybody trying to figure. No, man. When the Lord comes, he's going to deliver the elect, and then he's going to destroy America, man. You know. So it's going to be a swift deliverance. And they said over Basra. This is going to happen in Basra, man. Which we know Basra now today is America, man. See, this is one of the nicknames for America in the Bible. You know what I mean? So I'm going to read this again. It says, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain. See, the mighty men, who are they talking about? The different army, the navy, the military men of the Edomites, man. Why? Because it's going to be in the midst of World War III, man. And they're going to fall apart, but guess what? They're going to still fight. The Lord want a good fight, man. He ain't bless these devils with the sword, and he expect some kickback from it, man. Yeah, I mean, so let's read this again, 2 Ezra 13:8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. See, because the Lord's gonna put a resilient spirit on these Edomites to continue to fight, man. The prior Edomites, they made 4 Independence Day movies to continue, to make sure that they're gonna always overcome. And they make it seem like Yahweh Shai gonna have to come back 4 times. You know what I mean? And after the 4th time, he just gonna quit. He just gonna let them have it. No, man. This is it. This when the Lord returns. This is gonna be a wrap, man. And I said, I might just name it. You can't. There's nothing you can. Trump this day, man. You can't make this up, man. This is This something you can't put in a movie. Why? Because we already in the movie, man. Yeah, I mean, this just narrating. It says, and lo, he saw the violence of the multitude that came. He neither lifted up hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that it sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And this is him commanding the laser beams, man. They tell you that in Habakkuk the 3rd chapter that he had horns come out of his hands, and that horn is bright beams. So as we're seeing these laser beams hitting, you know, that great multitude, that large multitude, man. It says, and they were mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fed with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight. See, the mighty men of Edom and the rest of the other nations, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of a innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Yeah, so because this is going to be a horrific, yeah, I mean, thing, man. It's going to be a real beatdown, man. You know, it said, afterward I saw the same man come down from the mountain and called unto him another peaceable multitude. See? Then we just read in Revelation 11 chapter, it says, come up. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Well, because I believe it's in red. Well, Yahushua spoke itself, I believe. Matter of fact, let's see. Oh man, let's see. I know it was another. I just read that one. I know it was another. Is it Revelation the 18th chapter? Let me see if it's Revelation 18. Bear with me. Nah, this ain't it, but I can get it though. This is Revelation 18:4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come up, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And yeah, and that's what's going to happen, man. Before those missiles drop, pretty much, the Lord is going to beam us up, man. You know, and it's gonna be heard around the world. Come up. It's pretty much gonna be like a commandment, man. And all the ones that's gonna be rising up or getting beamed up is the elect, man. You know, matter of fact, let's get this in Matthew's 24th chapter. Oh, before I get that, because like I said, we're gonna pretty much gotta be out of here before that plague comes, which the ultimate plague is the missiles. This is Job 5 and 19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Meaning what? When that 7th trumpet be blown, when that 7th vial be poured out, we got to be out of here, man. We got to be in them chariots, man. You know, which the vehicle of our salvation. That's why I read Isaiah the 26th chapter, so we don't, we had to pretty much be in the chambers until the nation be overpassed, until the smoke clear, pretty much. You want to say it like that, you know what I mean? So this is Matthew 24, and I started let's see, bear with me. I started 29, Matthew 24 and 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give a light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And yeah, and how is this going to happen, man? By the way of the missiles, man. You know, when it hit ground zero. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, see, upon the cloud, that great mountain. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And yeah, the Lord's going to come back in his glory, man. He's going to come back stunting, man. You know, with all power, man. Yeah, I mean, it says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the 4 winds, from one end of heaven to the other. See? And how is this going to be done? By the way of us getting plucked up, you know, out of literally plucked up, man, by the way of the chariots, man. Yeah, I mean, And this is gonna be a this gonna be a great and terrible day, man. Matter of fact, I think that's in Joel the second chapter. Let me see if I can. I think that's it. Bear with me. Like I said, you can't make this day up, man. There's nothing you can do or say or write down to trump this day. Yep, this is not just ended off on this. This Joel 2:11. It says matter of fact, I start at 10. It says the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. See? And how is this going to be done? What is going to cause these sequence of events? The missiles, man. Yeah, I mean, and that's why the Lord had a charge where we're going to be being done from this, man. You know, it says, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, which that's his army, for his camp is very great. Because this is the work of the Lord. Is Lord of hosts. What's the ultimate, the end all be all for every host on the earth? The missiles, man. So they all go back to the Lord, pretty much. It says, for he is strong that executed his word, for the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? See, in that question, man, who can abide it, man? Because even when everybody's gonna bow in that day, man. Everybody gonna bow in the day of the Lord. And then say, you proud devils, you proud Edomites. Yeah, I mean, when them missiles hit ground zero, you ain't gonna have no choice but to bow, man. Or it tells you that Second Ezra that the fishes is gonna be shaken in that day, man. Everybody's gonna acknowledge Yahweh Shema Shai and fear Yahweh Shema Shai in that day, man. And this is a day that you cannot triumph. This is something that you can't say, what, I got a better scenario than this. No, man. We about to enter into the climax of life, man. And you can't make this up, man. This is of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just hope they were edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash, double honor to the positive elders, great millstone, Shalom to the elect. I teach word and all truth and sincerity, DTA, or Bible Ball.